BYU Independent Study is the largest distance education program in the country. As such, we offer hundreds of courses that are rigorously evaluated, instructionally sound, and engaging to our learners.
Chemistry doesn't have to be hard. If you explain it in some really basic principles, then you can move everywhere you need to in chemistry because you have a pretty good understanding of where you need to be. Now, in a normal chemistry lab, you only have time to get the required work done. And a teacher can't go out and get new chemicals for you to satisfy your curiosity. Virtual Chem Lab isn't like that. What's most exciting is we built into Virtual Chem Lab every conceivable thing a student could do. Even if it's wrong, it allows them to make mistakes, and they pay a price for the mistakes. Sometimes things blow up. But that's the whole beauty of what science is about. See, students in this Virtual Chem Lab can become creators of their own learning.
For me, one of the hardest things about learning Japanese was the characters. You know, it's a completely different alphabet with completely different sounds. And I'm not the best at memorizing anyway. But the course uses these mnemonic devices to help you remember. Like yo matches to a cartoon of a hand dangling a yo-yo.
Yo.
Or moo to the face of a cow.
Moo.
It also shows you how to write each character. It sounds simple, but I memorized the first 2 lessons, and that's about 30 characters, in something like 20 minutes. It was pretty incredible, and it was fun.
The Music 41 course is fun because it lets you explore. It's a music appreciation course and has an MP3 player. So you can go from Baroque to classical to jazz and play all these different music samples. And commentary pages give you background information on each piece of music. What you learn, there's a lot of cute music you never heard before.
Lit 61 is an introduction to science fiction, as well as the major scientific themes that you'll find in this genre. We talk about robots, especially when reading Isaac Asimov's I, Robot. And we worked with the animators, the artists, the course instructors, and we all started talking about it, and that's how Monty was born.
In the past few days of preparing this, I've seen several news stories about your kind.
Feel free to address me as Monty. I find a more human name puts humans at ease.
How thoughtful. Well, one article was about a robot taking over sanitation truck duties, another about an advanced robot developed to balance on a bicycle.
That's not as easy as it looks.
Monty's dialogue is intended to be humorous and is intended to get us to think about a human element within technology, which is a great scientific theme. Martian Chronicles, Speaker for the Dead, and I, Robot are incredible pieces of literature, and I think that students will take that away from them, that they will be able to see themselves and the world in a different way.
The ingredients for a cloud or a storm, we must have water vapor, we need to have some sort of dust.
Notice how the faulting has just sheared these rocks off.
Water is unusual in that in its solid form it floats, but the physical planet itself is active and dynamic.
Magma, however, is not just molten rock.
I really like the demonstrations in the Earth Science course. You see exactly what's happening and why. Plus, it brings science down to a real everyday level. Like in one experiment, they fill a plastic garbage bag full of exhaust, and it just takes a couple seconds. And then you think, wow, how much pollution are we really making? And how are we going to clean it all up? It's cool. It makes you think.
In humanities, you explore the whole range of human expression, from visual arts to music. And that's something you have to experience to appreciate. You can't just read about it or talk about it. The media clips in Humanities 101 show you dance, sculpture, music, architecture, film. It's quite a rich experience, much more than I expected from a distance learning course.
Math's one of those just subjects that are really difficult to learn online without having some type of interaction. So the Math Lab was actually created in order to address that. What makes the Math Lab fun is that you're able to just plug it in and it's interactive. It gives me a chance to actually put my hands on the chalkboard, write on the chalkboard, erase the problems, and actually see if I can get it right. And then if I can't get it right, I'm able to just click on the icon that lets me look at my instructor. My instructor comes down on a screen, tells me, hey, this is how you do it.
That's the 10/5 plus the 4/5 here. And we can do the same thing with 1 1/3.
They're able to work on problems, and then if they really can't figure it out, just watch the instructor. He'll show you, or she'll show you exactly how to do it. And so that's what makes the Math Lab not only efficient, but fun.
BYU Independent Study. Our distance education programs reach across the country and around the world, educating with tools that are powerful, memorable, and exciting.